As we all know, Pastor Ezekiel of Dero of New Life Prayer Center, Mavueni, has been arrested. And the allegations that people have died in his church. There's this issue of Pastor Mackenzie issue happening in Kenya, Malindi, where a certain man, persuaded people to fast. And the people fasted until they died. After they died, him and his team buried the bodies of people in his farm. And it has been a very big issue, both locally and internationally. This thing has happened in this coastal region of Kenya. Now, I want to reveal to you about this issue of people dying in Pastor Ezekiel's church. Watch this video till the end. Hello guys, thanks for watching. I'm Cleophas Wanyama, Cleo with him, and this is Christian Media, where we bring you news, commentaries, Bible-based teachings, gospel music, plus many more. And if you want to donate to this ministry to support us financially, use the information on the screen and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Now, Pastor Ezekiel has been arrested. They say that people have died in his church. So after the incident in Malindi, they decided to come to Pastor Ezekiel to arrest him. Now, I don't see any connection between Pastor Ezekiel and Pastor Mackenzie. That one I can tell you for sure. But now, there's something which I need to address concerning New Life Church. I've been there. I've done videos. As you can see, I've been there several times. I've done videos to show you how the city is. I've shown you videos of the international school, which Pastor Ezekiel has been. I've shown you videos of how the place is. Now, there's one thing which I noted. Now, Pastor Ezekiel is in problem today because, like I say, because of there are some things which he did not put in place. If these things were in place, he wouldn't be found in this kind of a mess. And I believe he's innocent. I believe he is innocent because Pastor Ezekiel has helped a lot of people. I don't see any reason for him, to kill people. I know people might have died, it is true. And I heard that according to his lawyers, 15 people have died in that church. Now, I, as a minister of the gospel, and also I do a lot of coordination. I coordinate people to go to Kakande ministries in Uganda. And I know about even the synagogue church in Nigeria. And I know how these deliverance ministries work. Now, Pastor Ezekiel needs to bring changes in his administration or in how things are done once he's out of incarceration. Number one, people bring their sick ones to church with the hope that they'll be prayed for. Now, this happens whereby somebody has been hospitalized for so long and their condition seems not to improve. So they decide to take him or her, the person, to the church to be prayed for. And now, unfortunately, as they come to the church, the stage of that disease is advanced. So the person dies in the church, and it becomes a problem. We all know that when somebody dies in a place where it's not the hospital, that's a police case. The body cannot be accepted in the morgue unless there is a report from the police. In fact, it's the police which allows the body to be accepted by the morgue people, by the mortuary people. Understand? So what is needed to be done is to some structures that needs to be put in place by Pastor Ezekiel. Number one, when you go to Kakande Ministries, because I've been there, I've shown you videos of Kakande Ministries too. Now, Kakande Ministries, if you are sick, they want you to come with a medical report. When you go to TB Joshua, if you are sick, you come with a medical report. You go to Apostle John Chi, if you are sick, you come with a medical report. They cannot pray for you unless you have a medical report. This is to avoid these issues of, you are trying to fake miracles, you are doing, scam things. So this is why anybody who goes for prayer must have a medical report. And I'd like to see this, and suggest this thing should start to happen in New Life. Now, when people come to a church for prayer, they should not just come and sit like what happens in New Life. People just come and sit, and then they sick are put in a certain place, and Pastor Ezekiel comes and prays for them. In ministries like Academy Ministries, TB Joshua Ministries, John Chi Ministries, every sick person, if you have to be ministered to, you have to come with a medical report, and there is a registration. You have to be registered, and once you're registered, you are put into a prayer line where you'll be ministered to by the man of God. That's why you see when you watch Academy Ministries, you will find people are holding, those papers which are written the sickness which they have. So they register them, they write their problems, so that they know if they have to verify if you are truly sick, because there is no need to come and lie to people that you are sick, and then it comes to be discovered that you are not sick. It ruins the name of the church. So as I've said, Pastor Ezekiel is going through this because of these systems or these structures of organization is not in place in New Life. Any sick person coming to New Life must register. There should be a desk where sick people go to register. If you are not sick, if you are there maybe to take your star for financial breakthrough, you can go straight to the church. But anybody who comes there to be ministered to is sick, that person should go with a medical report. And there are people who are there to verify the medical report, and then you are put in the prayer line. You are being prayed for. Now, another thing, if you come and those people in the registration desk, they see that your condition is not good, they turn you back immediately. I've seen people turn back from the Academy Ministries. When people call me, they want to attend to Academy Ministry, they ask me for information, they tell me I'm sick. I ask them, how sick are you? Because if you are very, very, very sick, I don't advise you to go to Academy Ministry. Because sometimes people have this issue, you are testing God. You are sick, you are at the point of death, you want to travel, go to Uganda and then die in the church. Then the media will come and say, oh, people are being deceived, they're coming to Uganda, so and so and so, which is wrong. So this way, I usually tell people, if you are sick, if you are the kind of sick which you can't help yourself, please don't travel. Don't. Let somebody go, take the anointing water for you. Let somebody go, take the anointing oil or the handkerchief, you use it by faith. Distance is not a barrier. That's very important for you to know that. That's why also even in Canadian ministry, they don't allow, if you are bad off, they don't allow. It's not that they don't have faith, they have faith. The man of God is powerful, can pray for you, but sometimes to avoid these kinds of problems. It's not a good publicity when it is said that people die in a church. It attracts so much negativity, as you can see that in the issue of Pastor Ezekiel. So Pastor Ezekiel's church, they need to have a registration. Sick people, they have to register before they are prayed for. Number one. And if somebody comes in a very, very critical, maybe, sometimes they take people out of the ICU to bring them to church. They end up dying. So if somebody is in a critical condition, don't allow them in the church. Let them go back to the hospital. You can take the photograph. This is why when people go for prayer, you are told to come with photographs of your loved ones. Sometimes if you insist on bringing people who are on their deathbed to church, sometimes it can bring controversy. Yes, you have the faith. I believe in healing. I believe God can heal you, but sometimes if you don't, have that faith to get healed and die in the church, it becomes a problem. And people start talking. And they start saying, oh, regulate, this church has do this and do that. They start attacking the church. So to avoid these problems, I pray that Pastor Ezekiel needs to put these things in order. These things happen in TB Joshua Church, Synagogue, Nigeria, in John Chi's Church in Cameroon, in Kakare Ministries in Uganda. Any sick person must have a medical report. Come with a medical report. It must be verified, and then you are prayed for. People who are critically sick, they should not be allowed in the church. Let somebody bring their photos. It's being prayed for. Because if you allow these people in the church, it brings problem. As you have seen now, people are creating these stories that, people are dying in the church of Pastor Ezekiel. And it's not that somebody is killing them. Nobody's killing anybody. People just come with their faith, but now they don't end up getting healed, so they die. And now, you know, when somebody dies outside the hospital, that's a police case. So I think these are the things which Pastor Ezekiel of New Life needs to put in place when he comes back to ensure that everything runs smoothly. He needs to put up security, enough security, have CCTV. You know, a big ministry like that is always under attack. People usually like to attack ministries. TB Joshua at some point was arrested. TB Joshua, at some point, he was arrested. They said that he was selling drugs, but it was false. But he was arrested. He was incarcerated for 13 days. So these things Pastor Ezekiel Odero needs to put in place, to put these structures in place, to make sure that there are no loopholes, so that everything goes on smoothly. If possible, coordinate with the county government, have some doctors there, have some nurses there, you know, to check the condition of the people. Have doctors and nurses there, so that if anything happens, at least you have a medical doctor, you know, to verify that nothing suspicious has happened. Have medical doctors. I've seen people have died in many crusades. I've been to Beni Hinn crusade in Kampala, Uganda. There are also such complaints that people have died in the crusade. Not like many people, but a few, because somebody goes and unplugs his loved one from the ICU, brings him to the church with the hope that the power of God will heal him or her. But now, it doesn't happen that way. Sometimes, then, you know, people die. And then the blame game begins. So these points which I've put down, I pray that the New Life Church will take note of this and make these necessary adjustments. Let there be order. Let them learn from big ministries like TB Joshua, how they do their things. Kakande Ministries, John Chi Ministries, they know how to handle, you know, especially when you are dealing with sick people who are coming to the church. So guys, I hope you are blessed. See you in the next video.